said they said if you soak it in milk, you get better performance.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Hold on, we live, man. Hey, this is Black Men Vent Radio, brought to you by IntellectualRadio.com, where we feed your brain. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for coming back. Tonight we have a myriad of topics to talk about in enlightenment and joyous, positive, enlightening. Did I say enlightening? I did. Double enlightening. Anyway, man. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on?
No, you gotta go reverend.
I can't do it, man.
Man, you gotta practice your reverend.
Practice my rap.
Yeah, man, practice your reverend.
So, let's get to introductions, man. To my right, we have Quest07. What up, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's that week like?
Another week down, pretty busy this week. Got some things in motion.
Whenever I say that, you know what I think about? Like when we be like, knock down another week. I think about the Hammer Brothers on Mario.
That's
Does it? And then it'd be that one week where you just be like,
yeah.
You just be like, oh man, I'll catch you next week, man.
No, man, you just got back some memories.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. And to my further right, we got Big Country. What up, dog?
It's going down. It's
It's
always going down. It's always going down.
You didn't pull that machete out this week, did you?
Be trying to test my authority, man. You be trying to test.
Your boss don't even know you got a machete, do it?
Jeez.
I think he do. I'm not sure.
No, he don't.
I'm not
you
really
still
sure.
work there.
He's in Texas right now, so when he come back, he my essays, so he cool. So if you see it, he'll be like, ¿qué pasó?
So, if you don't know, and I'm doing my introduction, I am Mr. Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Okay.
All right, y'all remember him, man?
Okay.
I had went through a long laundry list of
Name some old school wrestlers. Name them all.
Jimmy the Fly Snooker.
Go.
Junkyard Dog.
You said Junkyard Dog.
Dang. McCullough, what was his name?
Kerry, the Von Erichs.
Yeah, the Von Erichs.
Ric Flair.
The British
Bulldogs.
British Bulldogs.
Big Boss Man. Andre the
Demolition.
Giant,
Coco Beware.
Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan.
Macho Man.
Randy
Ricky
Savage.
the Dragon Steamboat.
Razor Ramon.
Andre the Giant. Y'all said that?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Jake the Snake.
What the dude with the 2x4 used to come in?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Jim Duggan. That was my dude, boy.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's what I think. When I think Big Country, I think like I would be Hulk Hogan, right?
You see that?
And then Quest would be Mean Gene Okerlund.
How you get Hogan though? Jeez.
Okay, brother, because somebody has to have the 24-inch pythons in here.
Okay.
And then, crazy Big Country, man. Got to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. That's what it got to be, man. That's what's up, man. So, y'all, we're going to get into some news, man. This has been a wild week.
I be trying to pay attention, but at the same time, not pay attention to the
That's how you got to handle the news now.
The news.
That's how you got to handle the news now.
I only watch it in the morning because people have it on at work, because I've like tried to stray away from the news, and because it's just part from the lies that they tell everybody. I want to see more positive stuff.
They're going to go, here's the difference between the news today and yesterday. Yesterday, the news was informative. The main law or creed or whatever in journalism was to be non-biased and just report the facts. But now you see, due to Viacom, Clear Channel, it's like 2 or 3 people that own all the networks. And of course, they swinging everything their way.
Of course.
So, and I used to be like, all Fox News, they swing hard, right? So I ain't listening to them. I just listen to CNN. Then I caught CNN lying. I was like, y'all ain't got to lie. The truth is the truth. It's still bad. Y'all ain't got to try to convince us by lying,
Well, it ain't for that. It's to curb the people's idea of things. It's like back in the day, most people don't know that cocaine and hash and other things were used regularly. And nobody got locked up for it. But now they're been the whole push they've been slowly trying to get the people on the marijuana board slowly, because they've told people for years that it causes so much crap, which it don't do nothing but benefit a bunch of people. And they've been slowly doing it. So there's just a bunch of lies to keep people
yeah, I mean,
whatever their agenda is.
My point is that the news is no more, and you can't go to the news and get the truth anymore.
Right.
So that's why I was saying you got to look at the news, but not look at the news.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are they talking about? Be wary of that. Okay, get all the facts that you can, and then make your own decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't let them tell you what your decision is.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious, man, when people try to quote, the media verbatim. It's like, really, you're still asleep, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, these people are restricted as to what they can say and what they cannot. And we all know the truth doesn't sell. So they're obviously going to probably tell a little bit of truth. But when it comes to that, to me, they're just discredited all the way. So I just I don't even watch the news no more.
Yeah. And I used to pride myself on being abreast of the current events because, a lot of people was just stupid. Like I remember 50 Cent didn't even know who Barack Obama was when he started running. He was like, "What?" I said, "Man, Obama?" I was like, "Oh my God." Anyway, this week in the news, man, the top thing is that they have raided, as in FBI, Mueller's camp, the one who is investigating Trump and his the accusations of him
and his attorney.
Yeah, they rushed his attorney's office, and they got the warrant based on bank fraud. There might be bank fraud there. There might be wire fraud, or there might be campaign funds fraud. Okay.
That's how politicians get ahead.
Bing, bing, bong, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing about it. There's a attorney-client privilege. Okay, they're not supposed to be able to. But this is like Trump's right-hand man. Like attorneys are basically your counselor, just like your psychiatrist or your shrink.
Mm-hmm.
They can't tell nobody what
doctor.
You tell them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or your doctor. They can't tell nobody what you told them. But so you tell them anything. You tell them everything. But there is some type of law that is it's called I don't know. It's something called the Taint Crew or something. I'm messing it up, dude.
It ain't nothing but to protect the upper echelon of
No. Here's what happens. You get the warrant and that his lawyer got all this evidence of this bad stuff.
Right.
But there's attorney-client privilege.
Okay.
So there's these taint people, and they call them the taint too, because it taint the lawyer and it taint the government.
For y'all don't people that don't know what the taint is, how can I say it? It's between
the Netherlands.
It's between the marbles and the gravel pit. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah,
that's the taint.
But anyway, this group of people determines whether or not the FBI or whatever can look at the records. Okay, but as you see, as the reaction of Donald Trump, because they wouldn't call Obama president.
I never heard of this group though, ever.
Yeah, Google it. Maybe I'm messing up the name, but I know it got taint in it because I was like,
No, I've always wondered.
What?
I've always wondered who, and I hadn't found anything, but who polices like Supreme Court judges and stuff like that. Who do they answer to?
They don't.
I know they don't. I know they answer to themselves. They'll get like, hey,
they make the law, and if they're in a position where they have to break it, they modify the law to where they are okay.
Well, here's the thing. Donald Trump said that this was an attack on America.
I'm sorry.
Vintage.
It's an attack on America because
Yeah, he said this is a witch hunt, and this is facilitated by the fake news, and it's been going on since before he was elected. And a lot of people called him out on that. I don't know who stood up in Congress and said that the attack on America was Pearl Harbor, attack on America was 9/11. This is not an attack on America. You saying that this is an attack on America is an attack on American morals and standards. They're saying, yo, this is all about justice. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man.
Right. I was
Like-
getting to that.
Like whatever.
Oh my God, this country, dude.
To
This
me, that type
country.
of stuff don't concern us, in my opinion. As far as minorities, that's they debacle, whatever they got going on.
It's all a menagerie. It's all a puppet game.
They're all hypocrites, man.
Yes.
Really, I mean, don't sit here and talk morals and all that stuff. What this country is founded on. So whatever.
And at the same time in the news, Sterling did the police police are murdering unarmed people and getting paid leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
And this country is all about justice.
I've been watching a lot of that. A lot of people that be getting pulled over and or harassed by the police.
And they know what's going on.
They basically know their rights, and the police officers get super pissed.
Yep.
That no, because they got another idea of what their authority is. I don't think they really understand.
Which is basically, I got a badge, so I can do whatever I want.
Right. I know they think no, you do what I say you do. When I say do it and all of that stuff. When they basically really don't have no right to do, and unless there's some type of probable cause, they don't have the right to do nothing to you. So, but I've been watching a lot of that mess.
Around with them boys though.
No, that's why I just
do
try
not play around with them boys.
I just try to keep cool.
They'll shoot first and figure it out later. And it's been working for them. You know
Legend,
what I'm saying?
Legend will explain to you some of my habits of in the history of dealing with the police.
Yeah, you used to be wild.
I
used to be scared riding with this dude, man. When we got pulled over, man, I was like, this is it.
That big country never had a kind.
He'd be like, nah, man, he can't pull
place.
us over like this. I'm like, big country, cool out. Shh, be cool, man. We go get jacked
You were not
up.
afraid to speak your mind, though.
Man,
man, forget that.
But
dude.
this,
I just don't like being. I don't. Whether it's by public figures, police, any type of authority figure, or just in regular, I don't like getting accused of anything that I expect. I don't like having to answer. It's super frustrating to have to answer for something I did not do or I don't even know nothing about. It's frustrating.
But and we can talk about this a little bit later. You know why you, in this case, why you answer for stuff you didn't do is because of the people that did do something.
Mm-hmm. I get that part. I understand why.
I know everybody. I hate it too. I hate being
stereotype.
accused of stuff I didn't do. I shouldn't be treated like a second-class citizen or a criminal, and I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I got pulled over before, and they thought my car was stolen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, it was some cool police. They was like, "Let me see license registration before we jack you up." All right, I was about to say something else. But anyway, a segue. Well, anyway, Trump is in trouble. That's why he's human mad. But anyway, the segue into that is the largest Black Lives Matter page on Facebook has turned out to be fake.
That was already said.
Elaborate for the listeners.
It has turned out. This is news that came out this week that was confirmed. The page was made by an Australian white man, and it was followed by 700,000 people. But here's the kicker: he secured over $100,000 in donations.
Nice.
Okay.
Give him a round of applause.
I could have swore I had told you this long because you don't
It's
be
a bunch of this stuff going on.
You don't be believing.
No, it's been going on, but this is the biggest.
So when they found out, what was the reaction to all the subscribers?
There was quiet.
No reaction.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, people of the public, is why that's it. That's cheating.
What are they supposed to say?
Do not sit here and invest and go all blackety black crazy. And as soon as you find out it's a fraud, you don't give us the reaction that we're supposed to get. That's like paying admission for the show and you don't get any entertainment.
Dude,
and then you just don't say nothing. You walk away.
Yeah, that's
because now there's debacle has unfolded and a bunch of fraud stuff have unfolded, and you are linked to that. So now it's like, okay, I don't want to have nothing to do with it now that it has unfolded. So I don't want to have nothing to do with that. But I had said a long time ago that it was some white person that had started that.
Before it's been a couple of instances of this.
Yes, you did.
Because we found out that the website Black Lives Matter and everything, there was white folks behind that.
Yeah. They making bread off of it. And the majority of the people that's out there that's marching and still been marching is Caucasian people, and I really appreciate that. But don't let media and social media get your own facts and pay attention for your own self to draw your own conclusions and see what's going on before you jump on some type of bandwagon.
It's easy though. It's so easy to take advantage of these simple-minded people, especially people who are racist or just pro-black, whatever case. It's so easy to do it because all you got to do is tell them what they want to hear. Exactly. They don't care if it's true. Like Big Country said, they're not going to dig into it and come up with the facts. They don't care about any of that. And that's why I keep saying over and over and over, you can't be racist and be honest.
Right.
Or let alone even intelligent.
Right.
You can't. You know what I mean? Because you got your narrative, and that's just what it is. And it's all gonna lead back to just being pro-black.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Well,
yeah, but for what though? You got people like
I don't know. There was some people on Facebook this week saying that they were arguing over the definition. They said that black people can't be racist.
Why? Because of the struggle?
No, they were saying that you need a power structure of oppression in order to be racist. Yeah, in order to enforce it or something like that.
Yeah, black people can't oppress anyone, but everybody can be racist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We're not in a position to oppress anyone because we have no influence in any type of, like you say, power structure in America. We have nothing to do with none of that. So if we don't like someone, it's not going to change anything about them.
I think, do you think it's because we don't have enough positions of power to enact that?
I mean, yeah, but rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, look, if somebody is, I don't know, beating you, hanging you, raping you, doing whatever for however long in a day, they're not going to turn around 50, 100 years later and give you something to help yourself, man. Like, let's just be honest. But at the same time, everybody else take care of their own team, and we just don't do it. We're too busy competing against one another. Yeah. I mean, everybody else take care of their own team. They do it themselves. And sometimes they will, do business with, with other races, whatever the case may be, but they take care of their own first. And they do that, family is the foundation. So as black people, we can't even establish family.
I can't remember with one of y'all that we was talking about that because some dude at the job, he's super pro-black. He can't say nothing about anything about the problem, and we got mad because some Jewish person was taking care of another Jewish person. And I don't really understand how that's racist, because if my nephew need a job, I'm supposed to
look out for him.
Look out because he right there. That should be my first mind. I just want the people around me to be able to eat extremely good.
Right.
Not to say that skills go over this. Whoever got the best skills should get the job. I always believe that. Mm-hmm. But if opportunity comes across, hey, you want to do this, or no, yes, no, maybe so, and all that stuff. And that's what everybody does. I don't think that's racist. I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's say it wasn't no social media and technology and stuff like that, and you need somebody to come help you get the mule out the mud. Who you gonna call? You gonna send a letter out, a passenger pigeon through the village to see who's more qualified to get the mule out the mud? Yeah. No, you gonna call your son down there or your nephew or whoever. Hey, come on, help me.
You're gonna take care of your own, right? I mean, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, and that's something that I think every man has in his DNA. At least passed down from father to son, father to son, father to son.
No more.
Of course not, because that structure.
Not in our.
Yeah, that structure has been completely broken. You know what I mean? And I can't stand when I hear black women try to blame the system. Like, look, the system has been there before we got here. The system was set up for us to fail. Okay, no secret. We already know the system is not designed really for no one in 2018 to really excel,
Mm-hmm.
beneath that hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever, the system, gives you an option, and Black women chose the system. So in my opinion, man, when it comes to this whole racial, what is it again? Black Lives Matter crap. I laugh when Black try to play the race card. I laugh. They can't play that race card no more. Whatever they talking about, whatever, man, because they're double agents. You can't play the race card and then go use the racist system against your own men,
right,
to oppress your own men and strip them of their kids. Whatever you got going on, whenever you run to that system, you can't play the race card. So when they try to do that, man, to me that's offensive, and I find it insulting.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and piggyback off of that, because I don't think that a lot of people understand the system dynamics, how this happens. Okay, if you go apply for public aid, you have to submit your child's father to child support
as a deadbeat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And what people think is, what you hear about it is that, oh, you need to support your kid, you deadbeat, and that's how they enforce it. But really, it's a bill that the police can enforce. And we've seen somebody get shot up in the back and killed for a child support warrant. I forgot his name, but they had it on tape. He tried to run for it and they shot him up in his back because he didn't want to go back to jail, and he was driving because they took his license already. I digress. Anyway, when you sign up for public assistance, which means a cash grant for Medicare, which is medical assistance, when you sign up for Section 8 or whatever, first thing they check is, do you have your baby's dad on child support? Now, and I talked to a wonderful young lady last Saturday who runs a show here on Intellectual Radio called One Drop Elopes. And her name is Benita. Check it out. She was talking about how this system is built up to take the family apart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Because they get money. People don't know. In order to do this paperwork, to send these people out to come get you, to collect this, these people get salaries. Yeah. So they have to take a little bit off the top in order to cover these people.
Yep.
These people still want to work. They still want a job. They still want to get raises. They still want to get bonuses. So they have to enforce this. If you don't pay, then they get laid off. That's what happens in real business. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get paid? Send the police after them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that happens with us. And this is why you say they're double agents, because when immigrants come to this country, and it's the difference between black folks and everybody else, immigrants have a community of people to support them. When they are given this ultimatum of, you can't have no man in the house if you want this money, they say, skip that. I'll just take whatever you can give me. But my family will sleep on the couch at Habib crib, and we'll work at Samson's store until we get on our feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see these little communities around every big city, especially ours. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. But if you look at our community, there's no glue like that. It is actually the opposite. And I was telling somebody today that, because we were comparing between black women and other women, because there's a situation I'm in where, these other women were having a tiff, over this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I had to explain to her that they care about that guy. That's why they fighting over him. I was like, black women are raised independent, where they don't need no man. So in order to say that they care or submit that they need that man, or that they fight to want that man, that's against the rules. That's like giving your enemy a one-up. It's like, yeah, man, you got some nice cannons over there.
It's obvious they don't believe in that, and that's cool. That, hey, do what you do. But my thing is, just don't try to point the finger at anyone else for anything. Like all this back and forth debate about what men should be doing. All that is, it's a joke at this point. You know what I mean? But not to cut you off, Legend, but go right ahead.
Yeah, but my point is that how do we make this community like these other ethnic groups, these immigrants, and basically everybody else. You know what I'm saying? How do we, when we are raised to be rivals?
Right.
I see all of this women's empowerment, everything this week, and I wanted to get y'all opinion on this. There was a woman with 5 children who got her law degree, and it went viral. All 5 kids were up there, and the kids were holding up pictures like I helped and I helped too. And I read the article, and she did lose her husband to 2 of the kids to cancer, and but there was no mention or no thank for men at all. There's no man helped her do this. She thanked the deacon's wife. She thanked God.
Yeah.
She thanked her children.
It's a joke, man, because
has that ever happened to you guys?
I mean, they all say they love God, love Jesus, whatever, whoever they want to call them. They never met this person. If you came and knocked on their door, they wouldn't know who they are. They probably slam the door in his face and say you crazy. But they claim they love him, you know, but yet and still they don't believe in love in first sight when it comes to a man. So all this situational crap to me at this point is just a joke.
Yeah, and even all the tenements of
I just pay attention to how people want to direct what's convenient for their cause when it comes to A versus B. So none of it is legitimate. It's all just nonsense when you look at it realistically.
Subjective. It seems like they take whatever they
completely. And I keep saying over and over and over, if you allow these people, if you take them serious, you're allowing them to insult your intelligence.
Yeah,
because
it makes me a little bit nauseous. I hate women celebrating. Like, I can't stand the word, and you can't independently do anything. I've said that before. And women won't bring up the fact somebody had to watch all these 5 million children that you have while you did whatever. And the bad part to you, all your time being occupied is you not being able to raise your children. So it's still a selfish act, because nobody told you to go have all these children. Okay, yes. Then I've always said, you know, you could be married and whatever, but was the smart thing to do was go have 3 more children. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case.
I'm sorry, man. For me, situations like this, who cares? Number one, you know,
I was getting ready to get to that too.
Women.
I mean, look, we got bigger fish to fry. You know, people are losing their lives out here based on how they look. You know, you got real struggles going on with people, with men. There is no aid for us. You know what I mean? So whatever, you know what I'm saying? People want to celebrate it. Cool, whatever. Who cares? That's not, I don't have the luxury to sit and ponder about something that's less severe than what we normally deal with on an everyday basis.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that would never be my struggle. That would never be my area of focus. You know what I mean? And people don't understand how evil that is. You know, all this segregation and specifying gender one way or the other. None of it makes sense, because we all have a job to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the fact that they continuously put forth this effort, you know, if a woman sneezes and blows her nose properly, it's a celebration for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I never knew that there was a such thing as a Woman's Day, a Woman's Month.
Dude, they got
all of this is like new to me. I'm like, what? What are you?
Bunch of feminist month days and all of that type of. They got a whole.
It's insane.
Bunch of that crap.
It's kind of selfish.
It's coming to an end.
Period. When I hear women brag about their academic achievements and their career driven goals and accomplishments, I'm like, that's good for you, but what does that do for anybody else?
But this is the other thing. I don't understand celebrating or getting validation for something that you're supposed to do. Everybody got a job, so so what about your job? So what about, you know how many people have gone to college? I understand, you know, people say and try to do things for motivational purposes, but you're supposed to take care of your children. You're supposed to, because this is the system that we live in. You're supposed to have a job. Mm-hmm. So they don't make you special. You know. Yeah,
I mean, to me, it's irrelevant. You know, whatever. You know, somebody out here doing whatever. I mean, who cares? But as far as this fad with, I don't know, like believing that, okay, you have a degree now. I don't care if it's from Harvard. and Princeton and Yale at the same time. Who cares? Like really, okay, good for you. That's to me no different than somebody who knits cotton or something for a living. That's personal. But at the same time, you look at all these degrees. I mean, we went through 12 years of high school. You got to ask yourself, how much of that education from 12 years have you utilized in adult life that has helped you progress besides the math? Basically,
not even that.
I
haven't used trigonometry yet.
I mean, yeah. So it's like, okay, you're being filled with all of this irrelevant information that you would never use ever in life. I don't know what the statistics are as far as people who have degrees but will never use them. They're working in a completely different area than what their degrees are.
Right. Yeah.
So all they have to show for it is
that's just
debt.
the cash thing, man.
And like I always say, if Big Country or Legend, if y'all traveled the world for 10 years and I went to Harvard for 10 years, y'all way ahead of me.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Y'all would be bored talking to me. You know what I mean? Anybody could retain what they read out of a book. For me, give me someone who's intelligent versus somebody being educated. Again, it's no knock on education. It's always good to educate yourself. But
right.
To me, the smartest people that I've come across personally are the people who are self-educated. They really learn things because we learn. I mean, heck, they still teaching false curriculums in school right now. And the whole world know that they're lies.
Yeah.
And they're still going strong at it.
Just like we didn't get new books yet, so we do.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like to me, when someone says that they have a standard degree or whatever, I kind of look at that as a form of hypnosis. With a lot of the research and stuff that I've been doing and connecting the dots myself, I'm like, all right, man, I guess you more programmed than the next. But hey, if that's going to help you get a bigger check in life and that's what you desire, good for you. But like Big Country was saying, at the same time, how many of these degrees have put Black people in a better situation? How has that strengthened our community and our families and the children? It hasn't. And people have been singing this degree song for a very long time, and nothing positive for our people has come out of it besides somebody waving a sheet of paper saying, yeah, I have a degree, when they're trying to prove a mute point or a point that's completely on a different subject than that.
Here's the thing. Here's where it should have worked and it did not work. Since we were being, as in Black men, we were being discriminated against. It was hard for us to find a job in the 80s, so I heard it was real hard. But if they needed to fill a quota or something, you got to hire a Black person, you're going to hire a Black woman.
Right.
So, and also they seeing as though Black women are double minorities because they're women and they're Black. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of scholarships. There's a lot of women's empowerment, this and that, pushing them. At the same time, there's no, we don't have any of that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they got mad at us for having affirmative action. But
we don't even have. If you all look into it, you that 08 when they was debating if they were going to give us our rights back, but by the United States law, we are not even considered to be human. So why people worried about flagging a degree around? Why don't somebody try to be changing that part there? So if you wonder why some of these police officers get off,
it's all a game, man.
Because they can't in the court of law. You somebody who is not to be considered human of this state. You can't prosecute a person of from the government. You can't prosecute them against killing that. You can't, because we're not considered to be human.
That is jacked up.
And a bunch of people, y'all walking around here praising the wrong stuff and celebrating the wrong stuff when you don't even understand, as Black folks, especially Black men, we have no right to do anything.
And that's what
they let us do.
Yeah.
What they let us do to keep getting money and endorsements or whatever the case may be. That's what they let us do.
That's part of the point I was getting to. Now, when these Black women are getting these degrees and they're successful in the workforce, what they were supposed to do is saying, I peeped this. They giving me all the opportunity. They really trying to hold y'all down. So, I get my degree. I start this business, or I get in the game, and I pull you up here with me, okay? Because we together in this. But what really happened? They ain't never got no jobs.
Yep, and what's still happening?
They ain't never got. It's a cliche. It's a joke now.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. If I can only just find a brother with a job, then maybe I can.
But they don't approach nobody, man. So,
but here's the thing, man. That's what was supposed to happen. With they were supposed to look at us and be like, "Dang, they get shot up. They not getting they being discriminated against. They not in the workforce. They're not given an opportunity like us. So we need to help. These are our brothers,
right?
We they sisters.
When you look at corporate America and you see, because y'all women, y'all can't sit up here and deny any of this crap. But when you look at corporate America, you see a predominant or majority of something. Why would you not want, whatever your position is? I don't, you got a degree, you start in some salary or whatever, 600,000 or whatever the case may be. Y'all women driven off this stuff. You get that job. Why would you not do how everybody else doing it to build this generational wealth and generational? Why would you not do that? I don't understand. And you want to sit up here and blame it on because y'all, especially the women of today, y'all really don't understand black people's situation, let alone a black man's situation. Y'all really don't get it. It ain't. Oh, you got to get out here and do. No, it ain't that.
Here's what I.
It's what you're allowed to do. Don't nobody want no black man to succeed at anything. Anything. Black women, the corporate America, they don't want it. We're naturally just more threatening, period.
Yep.
I've seen some of the smartest black men I've ever seen in my life that are some of the stuff that they have invented or some of the stuff that they talk about or that they're just self-educated on is absolutely bananas. I've seen it. And at the same time, I've seen y'all women y'all have control of these children now more so than before. Now you just keep on breeding stupidity and you just can't take the blame for it. These little kids, little boy earlier from work, 25 years old. I put him every day, but he's lived in the house a couple of times or still lives in the house. He don't know how to start a lawnmower. He don't even know how to play Uno. I'm like, dude, what do you do? You look outside in the black communities, like what we used to have, skate rinks, bowling alleys, stuff like that. We used to be able to go do. That stuff is being closed. All I see is a bunch of little boys with their pants underneath their butt and social media and something up and little girls trying to be half naked like their mama. That's all I see. I don't see nothing being taught. You go past the park. Remember, you used to drive past the park and be 50 million people out there hooping?
Yeah.
Because a bunch of people are already that's all we had. So let's take it to the max. And you went out there and you played basketball real good and you got in this little system that, these white folks got out here for you. And you made something for yourself and for your family.
Yeah. I mean, how foolish could they be to believe that something good was going to come from independence? You know what I mean? And I can't say it enough. There's a cost for everything. There's a price. And right now, they're paying the price for it. And it's too late. It's too late. We're beyond coming to a table and talking about it.
Right.
I'm sorry. And I've said it a few shows ago.
Like to hear it, yeah.
We missed our window.
Yeah.
You got a small window to deal with an issue before that issue starts to deal with you. And our issues are already dealing with us. So our hands at this point will have to be forced. It's foolish for anyone at this point to ask, well, what is the solution? You're an idiot for asking that question. You know what I'm saying? You still believe in Santa Claus. That's just cliche to say, well, what is the solution?
Just leave them alone. Let them burn.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is, but as far as
black people,
as far as them asking that question, what is the solution for us to get better? Our hands have to be forced. Something so extreme, so tragic will have to take place.
And the reason for that is that the problem is for them, they need to draw back some of this quote unquote power. And they're like, nah,
that's never relinquishing any of that.
That's not gonna happen. That's why it's over.
They don't even have power, man. They're delusional.
Yeah.
They think they do, but
that's like the local neighborhood drug dealer that think that block is his. You don't own that block. They're allowing you to sell drugs so they can arrest you to make money.
And here's the power. If you relinquish what you think that your independence is, if you relinquish that you're the backbone of the black community, and if you go ahead and submit to good men, not POS men, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to have to do. But the fact of the matter is they're not attracted to good men.
Yeah, I mean,
and good men are not attracted to a lot of them.
The foundation of all of that legend is they first would have to care, which they don't.
If you think you're winning, do you care?
Yeah.
They don't care. And again, don't get it twisted. Not saying they should or they shouldn't. We're just letting everybody know they don't care. Good guy, bad guy, that's irrelevant. They got their own agenda. And if you look like somebody who can help fuel their personal agenda, then they'll use you as a tool along the way.
Can I clear this up? A lot of guys, a lot of our brothers out here think that they should be getting some type of medal or reward from females for being a good man or a good guy.
They pat him on the back and call him a gentleman.
a lot of, and here's the thing, man. If you're a good guy, if you're a gentleman, all of that, continue to be that. But do not expect them to give you any kudos for being a positive, good man, a man of God, and all of that. You know why? Because they don't care.
No, they don't care.
All right. Yeah. All they care about is, can you get them what they want?
That's it.
They don't care if you sell dope and cut people's heads off or you preach at a church. Can you get me what I want? So that's why, because I used to think all the time, why every female that I talked to used to date a dope dealer? Like, didn't you know that was wrong? Didn't you know you could go to jail or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they didn't care. Like, what, the police are coming, they're going to bust him.
Yeah, if all you naysayers, who listen to the show and want to take what we say and try to discredit it by saying, well, that's just black men Vince truth. Understand the price that you pay for having that type of narrative, for having that type of thought process. Whenever you hear that statement, that's just your truth. That person is basically saying there's no such thing as right or wrong. So we can in their house, kill up their whole family.
It's supposed to be cool.
And they say, no, you wrong for doing that, Quest. I can say, well, no, that's just your truth.
Yeah.
So there is no right or wrong. So when people say that as a way to try to discredit what's factually being stated because they don't like what's being said, that's just your truth. Basically, they're trying to reduce it to an opinion. They're basically admitting they don't believe in right or wrong. So when you hear somebody say that, your best bet is to get away from them. You know what I mean? Because you can never get anywhere with them. And it's unfortunate that it's more of them than less. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't see any way to fix this. You know what I'm saying? We're too far gone at this point. Our hands would have to be forced. There is no more black race. You got black women, you got black men. We're completely segregated. And that started when black women started screaming, I'm independent, back in the early 90s.
When the welfare reform started?
Yeah. So there is no more black race. So at this point, when people talk about the black race, whatever, you're delusional. You're outdated. Catch up with the times. 2018, there is no more black race. We don't have families. We're like scavengers. We're out here, every man for themselves. For the brothers who get it and who got it, they opted out a long time ago. You know what I mean? Because for people to still be talking about, I don't know, having the same discussion
1 + 1 =
10,
2.
20 years. You know what I mean? Well,
I don't fix your man a plate.
I don't know what it right. I mean, they don't understand that. Look, when you have these type of discussions, if that's the topic of your dialogue, that's no different than you basically discussing being potty trained or not peeing in a bed or something like that. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? So there is no more black race. You know what I'm saying? That's over and done with. That's old news. Is everybody for themselves. Black women only care about their own, whatever they got going on. Black men got their own thing going on for the most part.
Quest. What about Wakanda?
I mean, dude, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. But that whole black race crap, that's over with. That's over and done with. Black people, we're no threat to nobody. We can't even cultivate family, let alone go to a party and dance together.
That's why when people be like there's this big intricate plan to hold black men down, like, nah, man. I mean,
it's already been in place.
Right. Maybe back in the day, but now it's on automatic now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We survived through unity. You know what I mean? And now that's destroyed.
Yeah. I was telling the general manager at my job, I was talking to him about it because he real, Confederate flag-ish.
Really?
Dude. Yeah. Super, yeah.
Well, that's fun.
So we have a ball all day, and and he be wondering why I don't get offended by some of the stuff he be saying. But I be telling him all the time, I'm like, dude, y'all can just chill.
Yeah.
Ain't no need to. Look who's the head of the household now. They got these kids on automatic stupid.
Seriously.
And they ain't going nowhere. The girls and the boys. The boys more so. The boys ain't got nothing, but they can go join a gang or something. Girls, all they got to do is follow in their mother footsteps and dress half naked and twerk something. But I said, y'all can just chill out. Ain't no need to plant drugs on nobody no more. Ain't no need to do nothing. They on automatic stupid right now. Yeah, just let it go. Let it go. I get on this show every day to try to enlighten the dudes out here that don't know. Don't jeopardize your character trying to I don't know that, cater to one of these
right.
Don't do it. Be the man that you're gonna be. Just give it to somebody else.
That's what I was saying. Like,
just give it to somebody else.
If you are a good guy, it's not wrong to be. I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I was raised to treat others the way I want to be treated.
Even that's dangerous now.
Yeah. And we was talking about it like 10, 20 years ago. Hey, Quest, I don't think everybody roll man. That's dangerous. Because I'm treating people good and they burning me up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when we found that out, man, we was like, yo, man, so it's something different. And then as we started studying and everything, we found out the solution is to get away from these people that don't think like you.
Yeah, you can't accomplish anything with someone who measures success on the same bar as failure because they don't know the difference.
You know what I mean?
Like the problem with saying, you're a good guy or a good woman or whatever the case may be, everyone has their own definition of what that is because the bar has been completely removed. You know what I mean? Now it's about your truth, and none of that makes sense. And that's when I realized that intelligent people, they disassociate themselves from those who are not intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, again, it goes back to when I say there's a price for everything. And the price you pay for becoming aware and more knowledgeable about things, you become alienated because you realize you can't talk to these. You'll never get anywhere.
No.
You know what I mean? It's all subjective. It's redundant, and they don't like to hear the truth. You know what I mean?
If you look at BMV's whole history, if you look at the old videos from 2008 all the way up till now, we went through a couple of phases. Mm-hmm. The first phase was, we trying to get everybody together, to all the good people with the good people, because we need family. We need to get together.
Yeah.
And then they started attacking us, and then we started going in on them and bringing out everything because they was going in on us. And now at this point, we found out that going back and forth with these people is asinine.
Yeah.
It's going to make you look stupid.
Yep.
All right. So just disengage from that. Like there was this one comment this week on, I think it was our last video. And the young female was like, some of these dudes out here they got to do right too. And I'm like, no, the guy that you pick is a reflection of you. There are good guys out here. If you're not attracted to them, that's not our fault. We can't do anything. We got to go to who is attracted to us.
It's a
hold on. And then she was like, nah, man, the hoes is winning now. Female dudes nowadays want girls with big butts and that's hoeing in the club and stuff. I said, see, you just told on yourself.
Yep.
You just told on yourself because good men want family. They want wifey and motherly material to raise their kids. The guys you're talking about aren't good men. How are we supposed to rise up? You don't know who is good and who is bad.
Yeah. If they're still asking that question, Legend, they're done. They're done. Stick a fork in them. If a woman is saying, well, how do you know what a good guy is? You're done. You should not be in this discussion. There's no hope.
Mama should have told you that a long time ago.
At this stage, if you're still asking questions like that, it's a wrap.
Your mama should have put a guy in the house that was a good guy so that you can judge every man moving forward against your father.
Yeah. If your women don't know, that's how children learn. They learn by seeing. So you see your mother and father's dynamic in the house, and that will help you be able to learn how to treat one another when you get older and become an adult. And I've always found it really great because I'm a nature dude. But
really,
I was watching the thing on wolves, and a pack of wolves travel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
They put the strong ones in the front, and then there's a space in between to the weaker crowd. In the back is the super strong to follow up the pack to make sure don't nobody come up. Yeah. And it blows my mind that they can't talk, they can't speak English, they ain't got no thumbs. They get it.
They ain't got no thumbs, man.
They get it. A pack of animals.
A pack of animals.
Get it. But y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Man, y'all just some bums. And the mangina dude, y'all can't get no booty. And it's just
I mean,
but a pack of animals, all animals. I just even animals. A pack of wolves run up on a pack of bears. Somebody's going to make a decision, and the stronger ones are going to go forward if there's going to be an altercation, or they're going to separate and get away from each other.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I don't. You can't. I don't understand why you can't figure it out.
So that's why nowadays, man. That's why we say the solution is when they start talking about my truth, your truth, or we'll agree to disagree, or I agree to a certain extent. All of these are key words that they not going.
Get out of there.
Get out of there. Disengage right away. They're not part of the plan. What you will find, gentlemen, the people who are part of the plan are the people who grew up just like you. People who grew up in families respect men, females, they respect men. You'll see. But females that did not grow up with a man in the house, they don't respect men. As a matter of fact, they think that men are out to get them.
Hyena view.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you build a nation when somebody looking at you side eye all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And fellas, and don't feel bad when you get it. Don't question yourself when you surround it, because majority of people out here don't get it. And I'm telling you, like, I'm at the point, I don't want to hear about feelings. I don't want to hear about an opinion unless we're talking about what type of food we like, what places we like to hang out, what our favorite seasons of the year is and stuff like that. Okay, cool. We could talk opinion all day long. But what do I look like engaging in a discussion with someone where we're supposed to try to learn something and we're both sitting here talking about how we feel and what our opinions are? We're not going to gain anything. We're just wasting time at that point, because everybody got feelings and nobody can tell the next person how they should or shouldn't feel. We're all entitled to feel however we want. So whenever somebody starts off with a conversation where I feel like, I turn them off completely, because I will never discuss feelings with anybody. That's your right. Feel how you want. You know what I mean? That's completely irrelevant from the truth.
I feel the moon is made out of cheese.
Yeah, so I'm done with all of that crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, if I have an opinion about something, about a conversation we're having that's factual, I'm not even going to give it. What do I look like giving an opinion about something that's factual? You know, like 1 + 1 = 2. That's a factual discussion we're having. We know that could be proven. What do I look like offering an opinion on that?
I think it should be 3, though.
Well, my opinion on 1 + 1 is what, and I get it. Certain people don't get it. But that's why I say intelligence recognizes intelligence. Because if I'm in a group discussion with people who are intelligent and they're discussing a topic that I'm not knowledgeable about, I'm not even going to give an opinion. I'm going to just fall back and heed what they're saying. At best, I may take what they're saying, take notes, mental notes, go home and do some homework about it, draw conclusions from a factual perspective, and then I can come back and engage with these people from a logical and factual position.
That's intelligent people,
right?
Man.
That's intelligence. But I'm not going to sit here and offer an opinion because I just want to be heard or try to sound smart and embarrass myself.
I don't know if everybody noticed that we're not around a lot of intelligent people.
Not at all. Not at all. And I realize,
and you will feel alienated because of that. It's not strange, man. It's not strange. Like, everybody will see something and be like, oh. But then the intelligent people will be like, I don't know. That don't really make no sense to me.
Yeah, and that's the problem,
you're
man.
scared to say something because you don't want to be alienated. You know
that's the problem. I get it. People have different ways to arrive at the conclusion. No problem. However, you know, absolutes are absolutes. I don't care how you get there. Yeah. You know, right, left, up, down, whatever. But an absolute, we're all going to arrive at that absolute because it's an absolute. It's sort of like saying, hey, the sun rises and sets every day. However you want to get there, okay, fine, you got there, but we all arrive at the same point. Exactly. I don't care what language you speak, what country you from. The truth is the truth. Period. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to dealing with topics, when you're discussing factual topics, opinions have no business there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people spend too much time and effort giving opinions about something that's factual. Like when we're trying to arrive and progress to a certain point, I ain't got time for no opinion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Give me something that's factual, that's concrete, that I can go off of, because that's all we need. That's really all you can be about as far as when you're trying to progress. And I think that's the problem when we, especially in the Black community, everybody got opinion. Everybody want to throw their 2 cents in. And I don't know. It's just,
and we got this up. But today is the 4th day of the Cosby trial. And a lot of the lawyers said that the accusers are the supporting cast. It seems as though Cosby's lawyers has been doing a good job at pulling out the history of the accusers' drug abuse and party habits. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, so stay tuned to that. That's it for us this week, man. Make sure that you like the page Black Men Vent TV on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, and that's at Black Men Vent. And then go ahead and check out our material on blackmenvent.com. Make sure that you check out the other shows here at IntellectualRadio.com. They'll all be feeding your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have a new way to donate, Patreon, Black Men Vent. All right, brothers. Now, we've been through this before. We're in the middle of recapturing those 30,000 people we lost when we shut the Facebook page down. All right, 30,000 people need to come back here. I know they miss us. Your job is, if you can't donate, then you need to spread the word. If you appreciate what you're hearing right now, if you appreciate that we came out today to do this again, okay, you need to donate so we can make this bigger and better.
Yep. Stop holding them farts in, man. It's stressful.
Really?
It's stressful.
Or you need to go ahead and spread the word. Now, back in the day, the Spartans was real. Like, when there was no such thing as liking and sharing, you know what they used to do? They used to burn the show on a CD, and when they was done listening to it, they would leave it somewhere. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, we got 5,000 people a week listening to us, downloading our show.
They ain't talking about getting the bag on there. I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah. I'm glad that those type of people can't listen to the whole show. They turn it off. It's too way up here, too above their head for that. So thank y'all for coming out again. All right. We're growing bigger, better, and stronger. And we will holler at y'all next Thursday.
Peace.
Peace.